going on, guys? You already know who it is. I am your guy, CT. You know what that means. That stands for conspiracy theorist, and it also stands for controversial talker. Today is going to be mostly the controversial talker. This is not a good one for me because this is actually fresh. It just happened. So we're going to just jump right in and dive right in. And I'm going to move to the side so y'all can see all what's going on behind me. But guys, oh man, y'all know the guy that was behind Black Panther, right? You know, Ryan Coogler. So, you know, he just had a situation when he was down in Georgia. He was down there, he went to the bank, he wanted to withdraw $12,000, right? And what he did, of course, it's 2022, guys. He had on a mask. I guess it was kind of chilly or just was his style because he had on a toboggan and he had on sunglasses. If you know anything about New York, Cali, and Georgia, three biggest places you're going to see people wearing sunglasses all the time, especially if they are a celebrity. And he went in the bank. He gave the bank teller, whatever her name is, gave a teller a note, said, hey, I'd like to withdraw $12,000 from my account. And he gave her a bank card. And for some reason, she just felt scared, weird, to where she went to her manager and she was like, I don't know, I think we're being robbed. So they went clear past protocol, called the police, and this man, he got detained just for trying to pull money out of his account. And it bothers me being an African American because this is just another case that lets you know that it doesn't matter how much money you get, like how much things you own, how much of a status you climb up. People just look at your skin. And the reason why I didn't go into detail about Ryan is because this is a message across the world and not just him specifically. Because if they would have knew who he was, that wouldn't have happened. If they would have knew, now I know you said he got on his get up, we can't tell. Okay, he did that on purpose. This dude is a celebrity. You really think he about to go into this bank and he's not about to slip them a note and ask them, can you count it in the back? This dude already know, especially in the spot where he at. If they count all his money out in front, there's going to be some phone calls made. There's going to be some people there. And this dude has already got touched by the time he got in his car, right? There's going to be people waiting for him. And he ain't looking flashy. You see his clothes, he ain't looking flashy. So what I'm trying to say, he did the 1,000% correct way how he was supposed to do it and how he was supposed to handle that and everything. Before I actually get into my full spiel, guys, I want, and this y'all may disagree with me, but you have to look at all cases, all sides. I cannot be mad at the police officers as well in this situation because the police officers are doing their job. See, when they get a phone call, they do not know the situation at hand. Their job is to respond accordingly. I didn't see no high-pitched voice, no aggressiveness. They did have their Glocks drawn and stuff. If I was a cop and the bank called me and say, hey, we've been robbed, I'm coming there with my firearms open and stuff like that. So I'm not mad at the cops. They did their jobs. My only thing about it, I'm like 5% and said that they could have assessed the situation and see to them if they was being robbed. They could look at my man posture. They could see if he have a gun or anything, all of that. But the thing that over trumps that is that you don't know how somebody looking, if they robbing or not. You don't know he got friends or whatnot in the back and everything. So the cops did their job. I want to get to the point to where Ryan, let me tell you about this brother. he deserves a hand, and he shouldn't even be getting his hand. Like, this is me doing it in a grudging way, because he shouldn't be getting a hand. But he is one of the brothers, and I ain't saying this anything about him. I'm just saying, like, this case shouldn't happen anyway. I shouldn't be giving him a hand, and the reason why I'm saying this is because he handled himself superbly after all this stuff happened. Like, he didn't raise his voice. He didn't get confrontational. He didn't get combative. He didn't do none of that. He was actually more distraught than anything. Like, he complied. He talked to them. He let them know up front, pulling money out of my account. The reason why I'm giving him a hand, because we have seen a lot of other cases to where sometimes some people got combative and they got shot and got killed. And we don't want that. But there's a lot more cases where people were complying and got shot and got killed. That's a whole nother video. But the reason why I'm giving him a hand, because I think he just, this is the way that we need to do it from this point forward. Sad we have to do this, guys, but we have to keep our kids safe and protected. We have to keep ourselves safe and protected. That is a model on how you handle that type of situation. And sometimes that's going to fail us. But he did exactly what he was supposed to do. He didn't lose his cool. He didn't lose his mind. He wasn't hot-headed about it. He did what he was supposed to do. Now, the teller, that sucker. Oh yeah, I'm saying that sucker because she didn't do her job. She saw the appearance and the note, and he clearly said, my account. Only thing he said, my account, gave the bank card and stuff. How you jump from the protocols you supposed to do to saying that this man is trying to rob you? I don't get it. This man could have lost his life because you skipped protocols. You need some training. I'm not that coacher, that person that want to counsel. That's not me. But you need some extra training. Your job need to come, Wells Fargo's need to come down, pull the hammer down on you, right? And pull you to the side and say, we cannot have an incident like this again. But what we're going to do, we are going to sideline you and we're going to train you to be able to put you back in that position again. Because you dropped the ball this time. And this could have ended badly for him. This could have ended badly for nobody except him. And the point that, the problem that got me mad and pissed off was when they was walking him out. I don't know if that was the teller or if that was the manager, but you hear her say when she's walking by the cops, good job. Good job. You need to... I'm trying to stay cool, guys. Good job. Like, a good job is when the woman would have followed protocols and ran his information to see was this his bank account and asked questions. Man didn't come in there with no gun. He wasn't aggressive. He didn't say this was a stick up. He won't doing none of that. But yet and still, even at the end when you walking him out, y'all, you got the nerve to say, good job? Like there was a problem? Y'all guys, y'all caused the problem. You caused the problem. It was your reason. It was your fault. Why? The cops was there in the first place. Want to know why? Because you did not do your job. The only good job that was done, in my opinion, in my estimation, is from Ryan and for the cops. The cops did their job. Guys, we can't get mad at the cops at this. They responded the way they were supposed to respond, right? I'm sorry. I know y'all don't want to see my guy in handcuffs and stuff like that. You can't come in there talking and trying to reason with somebody if you're thinking that they robbing. You cannot do that, thinking that they sticking up the joint. You cannot do that. They have a job to do. They come in there with the mindset of protecting and securing. That's what they're supposed to do. And my man, Ryan, sad claps. Sad claps, because I don't want to get these claps. But you just showed us what we need to do. I think that we will stay alive at a higher rate. And that's even sad to say. Oh, we'll stay alive at a higher rate if we handle our situations like the way you just did. And just to end this, guys, I'm just want to say that we have to call for training, extra training. We have to call for extra training in every aspect of the world, because this is happening too much. But the real conversation that people don't want to have is that people just don't care about us. People feel like they can treat us any kind of way. Feel like that we're less than. And why is that? I don't know. That's going to be a deeper conversation. But this is not going to go nowhere, because I'm trying to think if this was flipped around, if this was somebody that brings something to the table, as far as, I don't know, if this was Asians, or if this was Caucasians, or if this was Jews, which we have to understand is Jew is a race, or I don't know, the Whoopi Goldberg situation, I don't know. But if this was somebody else, I think something else would happen. I think if this was another culture that brought something to the U.S. that the U.S. need, it would be handled a different way. I think if this was some other type of organization, that this would be handled a different way. But people just do not respect our pigment. They really don't. It doesn't matter how much money we have. They still view us like this, guys. And this is no hate speech or nothing. This is just how we feel when we see this stuff happen. This is how we feel when we see this stuff happen. And there's a lot of people that are not getting on the camera and speaking this type of stuff. There's a lot of people that's planning for when it happens to them. And that's the way I'm not going to go. And I'm not encouraging that. But I'm saying we have to have this conversation. That's why this is Let the Conversation Begin. We have to have this conversation because we are sick and tired of watching our people get detained, watching our people get shot, watching our people get killed. We are sick and tired of this happening over and over and over. And by the time we get enough breathing room for one, something else going on. By the time we don't get no breathing room for one, what just happened, another one doesn't happen. And we have to come up with a plan, and we have to come up with a solution. What do we need to do? My brothers and sisters, we got to unite. We have to unite. We are the only culture that don't have a community of our own. I'm going to say that again because you didn't hear me, you didn't feel me. We are the only culture that do not have a community of our own. But yet and still, we are the culture that spends the most money into other people's cultures. We have a spending power of, I think it's $2 trillion a year or $2.2 trillion a year. I remember, if it's not that, it's 1.2. But I'm going to just say $1 trillion. $1 trillion a year. An African-American dollar only stay in our community for 6 hours before it's out into somebody else, when the highest at this moment is like 27 days. But yet and still, they can afford to treat us the way that they treat us because we mean nothing to them and that demographic. We mean nothing to them. And sometimes it may not even be about color. It may be about status, and it may be about connections, and it may be about money. It is about color. A lot of it is about color. But I think for a lot of them too, it's about other things. So what we have to do, we have to build our own community. And in building our own community, slowly, brick by brick, step by step, we will start to be respected. we have to start now, because we ain't even at the table yet talking yet. And if we are talking, it's small pockets. And if them small pockets start talking together, we can get a community. So that is the homework for y'all. Start talking, start having a conversation, start making a plan for our community. Let's change the narrative. Let's change all these stereotypes. Let's change the norm of ourselves and our community, and let's make a difference in our community. I'm gonna hold on to that thought right there, what I was about to say. Guys, this bull that's playing behind me right now, it really pisses me off. It really does. I'm glad I was able to do this. I may not conveyed it the way that I wanted to get it across because emotions, but hopefully within my emotions that I still did it in a calm way. And maybe when I come down from this, that I can come back and do another video and let it be more sensible and more understanding, and I guess I don't know, more careful. I don't know. But guys, we have to do something. I'm tired of this mess right here. I know you are.
Seemed like someone was trying to rob the bank.
They had their Glocks out.
Yeah.
I was pulling money on my own account.
I understand.
I put my own bank card in there before they let you in the back. You know what I'm saying?
So we have to confirm that. You gotta understand, we don't come out because of the seriousness of the call. We don't just come out, and unfortunately in a situation like that, you don't get the benefit of the doubt.